If we turn now to getting started, which is page 19 in this edition of the book, we're going to go over some of the points about how we set up the room and how we do each lesson. So you have to introduce. First, I would say that how do we seat the children? They should be in a U so that they can not only see you, but they can see each other. You're sitting at the head of the U, and nearby you have a table or a little cabinet with all of the props that you will need for the unit that you're going to be doing. You introduce it by explaining to them that they're going to be learning Hebrew in a new way, that it's a fun way, and that their job is to listen to what you say and watch what you do, and then do what you ask them to do, and that this is going to be a fun way to learn Hebrew. We advocate in the beginning to help reinforce the vocabulary that you work with 2 volunteers, one sitting on each side of you, and they model with you, and then the whole group models after them. But after 2 or 3 lessons, you don't need to start with those volunteers. You can have the volunteers come from the group. You use gesture to help the kids understand what you're saying. But if you find that you need to use English, then it's not terrible once in a while to introduce English, but try to stay with the Hebrew during this part of your lesson to the extent possible.
Okay.
Okay? So let's now turn to page 20, where we have the very first lesson, level 1. It has 3 segments. And what I want us to do is to really model how we would introduce the new words and how we would reinforce that vocabulary. So let's walk over to the chairs where we're simulating what it would look like in your own classroom.
Okay.
The early vocabulary is designed to help us. We call it foundational because it is the foundation for all the later learning that we're going to do. It allows us to move around, to manipulate objects, so that we could eventually get to things about holidays, about Shabbat, about prayer, etc. But we can't get there until we do this foundation. So following the guidelines in the manual, the first thing that we want to teach children is how to get up and how to sit down. So I'm going to explain to the class that this method of Hebrew is different from other methods. You're going to listen to what I say, watch what I do, and when I give you the signal, then you're going to do it as well. Okay?
Okay.
Lakum. Lashevet. Lakum. Lashevet. Lakum. Lashevet. Yofi. Lakum. Watch me. Lalechet. Lalechet, 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 la'atzor. Lalechet, lalechet, la'atzor. Lalechet, 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 la'atzor. Lalechet, 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 la'atzor. Lashevet. Okay, see, I was watching to see if you needed me to sit before you sat. Good. Now I feel that you have that, so I'm going to introduce the next words. Okay? Lakum. Lalechet. Lalechet, 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 la'atzor. Likpots. 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 ללכת, 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 לעצור, לקפוץ, 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 ללכת, 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 לעצור, לשבת. כל הכבוד, יופי, מצוין. Okay, now you're going to do the next set of commands, and remember you're going to introduce more than one at a time, and you're going to model before you ask me to do it. Okay, so let's go with, we're going to do
We could do La Route.
La Ruth and La Histovet, okay?
Lacum. La Lechet, La Lechet, La Lechet, La Roots. La Lechet, La Lechet, La Lechet, La Roots. Lacum. La Lechet, La Lechet, La Lechet, La Roots. La Lechet, La Lechet, La Lechet, La Roots. La Roots. Yofi, kol hakavod. La lechet, la lechet, la lechet, la lechet, lehistovev. 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 La lechet, la lechet, la lechet, lehistovev. Lehistovev. Yofi. Kol hakavod. La lechet, la lechet, la lechet, la lechet, lehistovev. La Roots. Yofi. Kol hakavod. La shavet.
Okay, that was wonderful. Try doing it now, reintroducing la atzor in the middle of the commands so that we don't drop that word from our vocabulary. Okay?
Okay. Lakum. La lechet. La lechet. La lechet. La lechet. Yofi. La lechet. La lechet. La atzor. La lechet. La lechet. La lechet. La lechet. La roots. Yofi. La atzor. Lehistovev. Yofi. La lechet. La lechet. La lechet. La lechet. La shavet.
Kol hakavod. That was really excellent. I think you're gonna.
Thank you.
I hope you're gonna love doing this as much as you showed enthusiasm today. We're really looking forward. If you have any issues as you're going forward, if you think the kids aren't moving, just be in touch because
Okay.
we want this to be a happy experience both for you and for the children.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Looking forward.
Me too.